Hello everyone, you have started watching Code with Abby. One of our subscribers recently asked a fantastic question. How do I generate an API key and can I use AI models without a credit card? If you have been learning AI, generative AI or building Python applications, chances are you have had the same doubt. Do I need to pay? Do I need a credit card? And where exactly do I get these API keys from? In this video, I will answer all these questions. We will start by understanding what an API key is and why it is required when working with AI models. Then, I will show you step by step how to create a free Gemini API key and also free Groq API key. And we will use both of them in Python application to interact with powerful AI models. We will also discuss whether you really need a credit card to get started with AI development and explore some free options available to developers and learners today. By the end of this video, you will have your own working API keys. You will understand how they work and be ready to start building AI-powered applications without spending a single dollar. So let's get started. So I am here in Google Chrome and we will try to create API keys for free for two of the LLMs. I will try to create it for Gemini and as well as for Groq. So let's go and try to create API key for Gemini first. So what we will type is API key Gemini. If I say API key Gemini, the first link comes from Google AI Studio. And when we click this, we will see there this interface wherein we can actually make entry. I will quickly enter this. I will quickly enter the email ID. So mail to CodeWithAbby@gmail.com. So then we will enter the password as well. So once we have done this logins, we see this interface. This interface has got something called Get API Key here. So we can actually click this and we got some option called Create API Key. I already have created a couple of API key here, but then you can click it and I will show you that a demo Gemini API key. And then I say Create Key. The moment I say Create Key, it will create the key here. So see here, the key has been created. This is API key. This is name, project number, etc. And then you can click this and copy this key and you can paste it in your .env file of Python code or keep it in Notepad for some time. And then I'll show you how to actually store there in env file. Okay. So this is how we can create free API key for Gemini. You have noticed that this has not asked any credit card details or any billing details right here. And I will show you to use this as well for free. Let's go and try to create another free API key for Groq. So I'll go here and we'll type API key Groq Cloud. So this is the first link that appearing. Click here, continue with Google, and then you can continue with your account. So this is the account that I have already logged in. You can anyway logged in with your Gmail account. And the step is pretty simple. You go here and then you actually type like demo Groq API key. And then you submit it. And this will create an API key for you that is absolutely free here. This has been created. You can copy it from here and you can paste it to your notepad and then to .env file. I have copied and I have pasted it. So let's go and try to see these two keys that we will be using in Python program. We have seen that this has not asked for any billing information, any credit card information. We could create it absolutely free here. So here we are in Visual Studio Code and we are going to create two Python applications. These applications, the one will use Gemini free API code and the other will use Groq free API code, and both will connect to the LLMs and they will get response from the LLM. This is the basic structure of the project. This is requirements.txt. This contains all the dependency files, OpenAI, Google-Gemini, Python-.env, and Groq. And I have done all installation. If you are not aware of these requirements.txt, you please refer to our previous videos. We have shown it in detail there. We have also created a virtual environment here, and this is our .env file, which contains the keys, API keys, which we have created recently. I'll show you the sample of .env file because my .env file contains other secret keys as well. So I will not show all, but let me show you a sample .env file, how we have stored our keys in it. This is how we have created .env file. So instead of xxxx, your copied key will come for a Groq here, and here you will paste the key which we have generated from Gemini. Make sense? Now we are ready with secret keys here in .env file and requirements.txt here, and my virtual environment is also ready. Let's add one Python file to create Python app, which will actually talk to Gemini using the API that we have created. I am selecting this and clicking this one. And I will name it as Gemini app.py. I will increase the font a little for your. We'll close this terminal and let's do some sort of imports. So we'll do import OS is the first import that we'll do from Google import your Gen AI, and from .env import load underscore .env. So we have done with this. Let's load all the environment details. So for that, we will simply do load underscore .env, which will load all environment details. Now use the free Gemini API key to create client to talk to LLM. So we'll create here. So the idea is that we will say client equals gen AI dot client, and within which we can supply our API key. API key equals the key value that we have done is, so we will do os dot get env, and that will supply the key. So our key name was Google API key. So this way we have created client. Let's go and create a query. The query which will actually we will be sending to the Gemini LLM. So for that, let's say query equals input your question to Gemini. So you say that your question to Gemini, and then once we have the query ready with us, let's go and then request to LLM and get a response. So we'll write response equals client dot model dot generate underscore content. This is the way that we talk to the LLM, and we supply two things here. Number one is model equals Gemini hyphen 2.5 hyphen flash. This is the model that we are going to use, and then contents equal the query that we have received above. So this way we have sent our query to LLM using the key that we have created. We created the client, and by the help of that client, we are talking to LLM and getting response here. We can simply print the response here. So print response dot text. So this way we can print it. Having said that, the program has been created correctly and we have done everything needed here. Let's go and run this program. So I'll open terminal by pressing Control and tilde character. So terminal is open now. We will write Python Gemini underscore app dot py. If everything is correct, it will do. Yeah, your question. So I'll ask a question to Gemini. Are you an LLM? What is your training cutoff date? That's what I'm asking. Let's see if Gemini answers this question. So our request is going. Yes, we have got the answer. Yes, I am a large language model trained by Google. My knowledge base is primarily based on information available to early 2023. I don't have information about events or development that have occurred. So this is what we have got answer from Gemini. And this proves that the free API key, which we had created, is working fine. We are able to talk to Gemini and we are able to chat using our Python application. Make sense? Let's go and quickly create another application. The other application will be Groq and app.py. So like Gemini app we have created, let's create Groq app as well, which will actually talk to Groq LLM and it will provide us the information back to us as we have done with Gemini. So we'll do simply a couple of import OS here. And from, we'll say Groq, from Groq, import Groq. And then from .env, import load underscore dot env. So these are the imports. Let's load the config details. So environment details, that will environment details. So for that we will do same thing, load dot env. Let's create a client using Groq free API that we have created, free API key that we have recently created. So we'll go here and we'll create a client equals, we'll write Groq and we'll send information like API underscore key equals. So again, os dot get env, and within this we will supply what was the name, Groq API key. So we are sending Groq API key, which we have stored in the env file, and this way we have created the client. Now next is query. So again, the query we will do like the same way. Query equals input your question to Groq LLM. So this is where we have run the query. Now let's go and talk to the LLM. So we will get the response. So response equals, we will say client dot chat dot compilations dot create, and then we will send a couple of things. First of all, the model name. So we'll send model llama. So we'll say llama and hyphen 3.3 hyphen 70 b 70b hyphen versatile. So this is the model name that we are supplying, llama hyphen 3.3 hyphen 70b hyphen versatile, comma. We will supply messages. So this is the messages that we have to do in list. We have some key value pair. The first thing is that role. So we will write like this, a role, and then we have a colon and then user. This is comma, and then we have got content, and then in the content we have got all our query that we have written above. This way we could make call to LLM using the client that we have created using the free API, which we have just created for Groq. As we have received the response, we can print and we'll say response dot choices. This is the way we actually decipher the response dot message dot content. So this is the way that we can actually decipher and get. Let's go and run this. Control tilde for opening terminal, and I'll write Python Groq underscore app dot py. Let's say if it runs, yeah, it runs for us. So your question to Groq, excuse me for all spellings, some miss the spellings here, but let me write, are you an LLM? What is your training cut off date? I'm asking the same question here, and let's see if Groq answers. Yes, the Groq answers here. Yes, I am a large language model. My training cutoff date is currently December 2023. So we have seen that we created two free APIs, one for Gemini and one for Groq, and we have used our Python application and utilized them. No credit card information was needed, no billing detail was needed, and everything worked free for us. Stay tuned and wait for our new videos to come. See you in the next one. Bye bye.